Yeah, I want to outpraise the Yahweh, Bashim Yashai, Bashim Kakutam. This is a word from James, Jamaica. I'm here again, and this one is called a little bit different because it's mostly um, something we want to speak on concerning the spirit and also um, as a man, because a lot of things, happening in the spirit and also happening outside the spirit, as in the flesh. But the main point about this breakdown is that um, things happening outside the spirit not necessarily mean not 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 spiritual, but in the same time, you know, you just have phase or a testing point where things get thrown at you from different angle. And it's like you get tested from all different angle where concerning life. But as a man of the scripture, you know that these things are not just randomly, or they're just not things that happening without a cause. It can be something you get done. It can be most I testing you. It's a whole compile of things, you know, as a man and also as a spiritual one, because you can't get a reward if been through certain obstacles, or a certain trial or a certain you know test where you're proving that you're worthy if you get something, or you're worthy of achieving something. Because getting a reward or getting something that you you're worthy of getting, it is you all get tested, you all get trial and things. But we're concerned as a regular man now, even the same thing is that life itself happens, and one may say, but things happen to everybody, you know, every day. But it not just happen to everybody in terms of how it happened, because you have ways or a man go through some trial. For instance, a man in the world would have go through some trial, and he might go through it because probably something done or whatever, but he might go through it not in a spiritual form, but in just a, you know, mostly a lash him, you know, fall upon hard times or whatever. And by that man know, if him not level-headed, he might go do wrongs. He might go probably kill, steal, or whatever, but he may do wrongs. Because when challenging time comes, as a man, your demons attack you from all different angles. Demons come plaguing you, pushing you, try to push you in ways that you can do things. But as a spiritual man now, and these things take place, we all know it's a test and it's for a time. You know, um, and it's also a demon plaguing you, pushing you where you're not supposed to be. Oh, not so what, not where you're supposed to be, but pushing you to get you to do stuff where contrary to the spirit, or contrary to what scripture say you must do. Hold fast, stand firm. You know, most I will deliver you. Seeing, because every temptation we know is not, you know, new as about the scripture I'm about to read. It's not something that that just come about. It happened to all of it. See, it just as sometimes a man may say, "Why I feel one more heavier?" Sometimes, as we say, most I would pure based upon what action we pass do. But in the same time, the Most High now give you more than your portion we're supposed to get. As we say, it's a reasoning, but we have two scriptures I'm going to fill in. This is 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. There are no temptation taking you, but such as common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able. So it's like this. There's no temptation where as we said, no temptation will take place to a man. There's no new temptation, no where extraordinary where a man before you never go through, or some other person never see before. See, but the men them of all times just go through these are some more far more greater than what we're going through now, and they overcome it, they overcome it, and nothing happened to them. It's just for a time, it's just for a moment, you know. But when you really look at it in these times, and when anything temptation come towards it, the first thing we do cry or bawl, and it's a whole other thing to do. Some of them don't even necessarily. See, some of them hurt to the core, no lie. Some of them is like a bomb drop on you, but at the same time, after whole fast, the scriptures are concerning temptation concerning the most side deliver. Because when your eye fix on the prize, it's like everything else become blurry, and everything becomes not really importance, and that is where as faith drop in the most, and that is where you will overcome it, because it's for a season, for a time, for a moment, but it's also necessary, because without trial, or then you are gonna know how worthy you be to get where you're supposed to get. It's not really something that is gonna last, but it's for a time. I'll have to go through it, and sometimes more painful than some man go through it with different measures, and the measures we get is the measures we're supposed to get. Sometimes I complain too much, sometimes I murmur too much when we get it. As Elder Shapar said too, a long while now and keep and remember this, is like him said, when a man do hungry and eat a bit of food, it's like he not enjoy as much as if he be really, really, really hungry and he get that food and eat. That's when he feel, he feel good when he eat a bit of food. It's the same thing as the kingdom. The same thing as going through all this tribulation. The same thing as overcoming all these obstacles. Because I know them can be heavy. But at the same time, as Yahushua said, my burden is light. So when you really look on this my time, these burden we have feet are some small burden still. Lightweight. And some of the time the way of the world make them feel like them heavy. Not saying they can't heavy, and not saying they're not pain, because we feel some. Right? Feel some real one, but it's not like, as Yahushua said, these burdens where I feel light, when you really look at it from a spiritual standpoint. When you attack it from a scriptural standpoint, they're really light. But as a man, not scriptural, you make you bug out. You make you do things and say things, and that you never even made say that do or think. Right? But as a spiritual man, the most especially spiritual man, the most I go put the test first. Matter of fact, let me get that scripture here. It's a 1 Peter 1 and 17. It's for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that